We'll now have the report of the Alumni Council. President Morales.
Thank you, Chair Eisen. Never fun to go after Maggie White, but I'll try my best. Definitely wanted to build on yesterday's very positive news from Lori Redfern and the donor support. Really wanted to take this moment to recognize the strategic work of our 23 campuses, alumni associations. As all of you know, they engage alumni and volunteer in service opportunities, are constantly telling the CSU story and fostering that lifetime commitment that is critical to cultivate both annual gifts and larger transformative gifts that we've had the pleasure of seeing some of yesterday. So if you think of philanthropy as a pyramid, alumni relations forms the base that leads to both that broad support and the individual major gifts. So I note that because today I have with me the Alumni Council's Executive Committee with me. They joined us yesterday for the Chancellor's State of the CSU Address, the Donor Support Report, the Wong Awards, and we'll follow up today's meeting with a strategic planning session as the Alumni Council looks forward to our 2018-19 plan and beyond. I'd like to briefly introduce them to you because I want to acknowledge them as alumni volunteers. And I think that's critical because not only are they serving their individual campus alumni associations, but they're now taking additional time away from their personal and professional lives for this system-wide priorities like Board of Trustees meetings, Alumni Council meetings, all because they care so deeply about current and future students. So as everyone knows, our fabulous immediate past president, Pool, no introduction. A few months ago, you had a chance to meet President-elect Michelle Power from CSU Chico. We have Secretary Jeremy Addis Mills from CSU San Marcos, Treasurer Paul Finn from Sac State, Chair of our Finance Committee, John Gomez from Fresno, and Chair of our Programs Committee, Maria Ubago, who is a member of the university staff, and we're grateful for her expert guidance. And also want to mention Colleen Bentley, who is here from Long Beach State as well, a former CSU Chancellor's Office employee and a good friend. So these volunteers, along with 43 other members of the CSU Alumni Council, make me proud to be part of the largest constituency in our university, our 3.4 million alumni, and very excited about the ways we can contribute to student success. As you know, our ranks grow by 100,000 each year, and that number will only increase as the results of the grad initiative are felt in coming years. So I want to thank the Executive Committee for your leadership and thank you for being here. I will take just a personal moment. This is where Aaron freaks out because I'm going off script, but you know, I think I speak for the committee when I say I feel the immense privilege from being able to witness this group, and especially the conversations you had yesterday on long-term funding, today as they continue, the student leadership, the faculty leadership. It's just a privilege to see such a deliberative board that really cares so much. So I can't read a crystal ball, but I do know that alumni will be part of this process and are willing to support the Chancellor, Garrett's team, Kathleen, for whatever you need. We're everywhere, and there's a lot of us, so don't hesitate to ask, and we look forward to be part of it. Now it's my pleasure to pivot to the fun part that everybody likes, the alumni guest speakers. And really, I just take a personal moment because this is the first time I've been able to introduce an alum from Humboldt and from Chico, where I went to Humboldt, as everybody knows. So really, today you have a twofer. This is an amazing brother and sister alumni duo. So Michelle Caberer she went to CSU Chico, and her brother Jeff Cresswell graduated from Humboldt State. So they're co-owners of Clean Canteen and have built that company into a household name. So their goal is to focus on sustainable projects. Their vision has been to reduce or eliminate the environmental impact of plastic containers on the planet. Their philosophy is fixed on the task of making healthy, high-quality goods that will faithfully replace the lifetime of single-use items. So an excellent example of such a project is At Your Seat. Michelle and Jeff have generously donated CSU-branded stainless steel water bottles for you, so thank you very much for that. So you'll be able to use a true made-in-the-CSU product for years to come. At this point, I'd like to invite Michelle and Jeff to share their CSU story with you.
Thank you. You pretty much said everything for me. Hi, I'm Michelle, and like you said, I graduated from Chico State, and I'm super humbled to be here. Thank you for inviting us. There's so many success stories that come out of the CSU system, so we're happy to be here. My education at the CSU Chico State was amazing. I loved it. I had great professors. did homework during the week and pretty much lived all weekend in our Upper Bidwell Park. So my experience was great, and like many of the other students, didn't want to leave Chico, and I stayed. I also grew up there, so that was fairly simple. But I thought with my experience at Chico State that I was well poised to go out in the world and do something amazing. But I did not know that my brother and I would embark upon a business that we could thrive at being who we are, being ourselves, but also use our business as a force for good. The bottles you have on your desks are actually the very first bottle that was invented by Clean Canteen in 2004. So we're 13 years old. And in the beginning, it took a while for customers to understand the importance of what we were trying to do. Plastic water bottles were on the rise. We never used to have them many years ago, but now we do. And it was a hard charge for us. It took a long time to see the sea change, if you will. In 2008, BPA became a really important issue, and that is really when our business started thriving. Our phones were ringing off the hook, and we almost went out of business for having too much business. But we made it through that, which was great. We grew 600% in that year, and I would never, ever, ever want to do that again. We have a much more sustainable growth pattern now. Once we went through that, Jeff and I sat down and really thought about, wow, what do we really want to do with this business? What does this really mean to us? And how do we take it to the next level? And we really honed in on what our mission was. It's always been to curb single use, but we felt it was bigger and more than that. So we came up with a mission statement that was to deliver simple solutions that inspire healthy choices and create benefit for the people and the places that we live and play. We think our business is more than just selling a product. It's about relationships, and it's about creating jobs for people in the community. We've hired many staff from Chico State. Super proud of that. We love partnering with the CSU system because those students are our future for sure. So I think every day that I went through that system, and sometimes I wish I could go back and do it again because it'd be a lot easier than what I do today. But I'll let Jeff give his story and talk a little bit more about the upstream of our business and how we really hone in on making all of our decisions based around our mission.
Good afternoon. My name is Jeff Cresswell. Responsible business, it's a journey similar to going through college. College for me was a journey. It wasn't the easiest thing for me, but I stuck with it, and it built the confidence in me to be able to run a company that is doing good in the world and isn't the easiest way to run a company. Like I said, we believe we run our company in a responsible way. We work with our suppliers in a way that we feel proud of the work that they do for us and how they manage their business. In 2012 we became a benefit corporation, certified B Corp, and recognized as a benefit corporation in the state of California. We're a 1% for the Planet member, where we donate 1% of our sales to nonprofit organizations that are doing work to preserve our natural environment. We focus in 4 main categories of our giving. One is based on displacing single-use plastic waste. So organizations that are doing research on plastic waste in our environment and educating the public and helping set policy, safe consumer products, trying to keep up the nasties out of our products. Why Clean Canteen was created in the first place around BPA and everything. So work with organizations that are trying to keep us, keep our products safe. River and land conservation, and then also outdoor education, primarily focused on getting youth out into the outdoors and falling in love with the outdoors, so they want to grow up to be the next leaders who want to protect that space. We've been a member for 10 years, and we just surpassed our $2 million giving to those organizations doing that great work. So we're pretty proud about that. And we have worked with many organizations doing amazing work. One group of students who from Chico State that came out and helped us. We just moved into a new facility and helped us do a little design work. And they were inspired by some of the work that we do around plastic pollution, and organize an event on campus called Plastic by the Numbers, where they invited some local nonprofit organizations to speak about the work that they're up to, and had students going around and learning about that, and then making a pledge to not drink bottled water for, I think it was like for the next 30 days. And everybody put in a little, their pledge into a plastic bottle, and then created this chandelier that now hangs up in our office, that signifies the number of single-use water bottles that a single person consumes in 1 year. And so that is hangs up in our office as represent that student organization. And we ended up hiring 4 of those students last year to help do our field marketing, and now have since hired the main organizer as a full-time employee just this year. So it's been an interesting road, tough road, not the easiest way to manage your business, but definitely at the end of the day, it feels right, and we've done well.
Well, thank you, Michelle and Jeff, for sharing your story with us, and thank you even more for your work on behalf of sustainability and for helping us be more sustainable with your gift. Thank you, Chair Eisen. That concludes my report.